imagine just for a minute your life as it is now. Now picture yourself, your family, your loved ones, work, friends. Think of it, all the good times you have, and even just some of the current challenges of day-to-day life. Now, can you picture that? Now just imagine for a moment that you were suddenly in a car accident and suffered a traumatic brain injury, and when you woke up you had a different personality. You had to relearn the most simplest of tasks like walking and so much more all over again. Would the troubles you had now seem insignificant? Now that's what exactly happened to my guest today, Winnie Anderson. I'd like to welcome you to the John A. McCabe Show, strategies for entrepreneurs looking to accelerate their authority. The purpose of the show is to educate you, the business person, entrepreneur, expert, author, speaker, in strategies that will help you rapidly grow your business, while at the same time position you in your marketplace. Now we're streaming to you live through Facebook, where they let anyone with a camera, a mic, produce and publish a show and name it after themselves. And by the way, it's sponsored by iOffer Solutions Real Estate Services. Thank you for that. So you're going to really love my guest today. She's a really dear friend of mine. She calls me the passionate introvert, which I'm sure she'll share with you that story a little bit later on in the show. And let's get those minds out of the gutter, people, because that kind of show is for Friday, remember? That's the Anything Goes show. But seriously, Winnie had to overcome some serious adversity in her life when she was in a car accident in 1999 when she suffered a traumatic brain injury that actually changed her personality after the recovery. Now, Winnie was a director of HR in corporate America prior to that, but after the accident, it all changed. Not only did she have to relearn things most of us take for granted, but she also had to reinvent herself. Now, I know she's going to talk a little bit about her incredible transformation journey into the world of entrepreneurship, coming not only from corporate America, but fresh off a brain injury as well. So before we get into the show, I just want to share with you a very similar story to Winnie's. Actually, that's one that's very close to our family, one that affected us very deeply. When I was in grade 5 or 6, my younger brother Trevor got hit by a car as he and his friend Randy were driving their bikes down the road. There are many things you forget as a kid, but something like that just isn't one of them. So of course, you know, these were the days when nobody wore bike helmets. It was back in probably 78, 79. Even though Trevor cracked his skull, he recovered relatively quickly. But near the end of his recovery, it was discovered that there were things he just didn't know how to do, and walking was one of them. So he had to learn how to walk all over again. Now, thankfully, he went on to recover back to being, the spoiled baby of the family that he always was, and became very successful in the sport of fast-pitch softball and basically generally in life. So with that, what Winnie went through, I have a good idea of what it does to the family, as well as how hard the person has to work to recover from something that severe. Now, Winnie has gone on to establish herself as an award-winning brand strategist and copywriter. She's won the Silver Prize in the 2007 Davy Awards for a sales kit that she designed and wrote the copy for. And in addition to the prize, the kit also brought in $400,000 worth of new business in just 4 months. Now, she's the #1 best-selling author of Stand Out and Attract Great Clients, and is the host of Let's Talk Tech, which she launched successfully in spite of having only 213 people on her email list. Now, she was able to get on iTunes New and Noteworthy for all of iTunes in less than an hour after its official launch. And in 24 hours, it was in the New and Noteworthy of each of the 3 different categories it's listed for, and it stayed there for almost 8 weeks. And now Winnie works with corporate escapees who want to grow their consulting or coaching practice but really hate selling. But what she discovered was that too many consulting clients would tell her that they just couldn't implement the marketing strategies that she developed for them because they just didn't understand the technology required to execute it. Remember, these are people coming from corporate America, not necessarily tech-savvy individuals. They're people with a lot of expertise in their skill set or in their base of knowledge, and typically it's not in the tech industry. So they didn't really understand it well enough to hire someone to do the work or do it themselves. Now they would really get paralyzed and just stay plateaued and basically working way too hard. And that's when Winnie decided to start the Let's Talk Tech podcast show. It shares information in plain English to help people get a basic understanding of technology and how to use it and how they should decide if it's for them or if they should hire someone else to help them out. Now, the podcast and establish you as the expert or the authority in your field, but it's also a great way to generate a lot of leads, opportunities, clients, and generate a great deal of income as well. Now on the show, Winnie's going to share with us the 3 keys to a profitable podcast and 5 questions that you should ask before you actually start a podcast. Now I want you to pay close attention to what Winnie has to say. She's quickly taken what seems complicated and overwhelming to many of the people who are tech challenged and makes it easy for people to grasp and understand. So I think you're really going to enjoy Winnie and enjoy the material and some of the other things that I'm going to share with you today, which are actually 2 book launches that are taking place right now by friends of mine. Now they're launching their books for just 99 cents for the Kindle version today, and one of them is in the relationship space and the other is in the entrepreneur space. So without further ado, let's get into the 2 book launches, and when we come out of that, we're going to get right into the interview with Winnie. Now this is Joe's 4th book, where he helps guys and girls understand the opposite sex for the purpose of dating and relationships. Now Joe's already a 2 or 3 time best-selling author, and in this book, Bitchology doesn't play silly word games or engage feminist groupthink. It's a tough love relationship guide for women who think that they're too nice or too bitchy to succeed with men and haven't abandoned common sense. It really shows that the choice between being a submissive doormat and man-hating bitch is a false one. So you lose either way. So fortunately, there's another approach to attracting, getting, and keeping a great guy that works like a charm. So Joe talks about this in his book. Men with options in an increasingly global dating market are looking for a different kind of woman, confidently, feminine, and one that's a keeper. And keepers are in short supply in many parts of the country. The thesis should come as an encouraging news to all North Americans, best women, but it's not as easy as it seems. Perfection isn't necessary, of course, but women normally won't change their luck with men by being confident or feminine. They need an abundance of both confidence and femininity to really crush it out there. So I'd like you to do me a huge favor. Joe just launched this book today. It's 99 cents on Amazon. What we're going to do is we're actually going to put the link in the comments field a little bit later on in the show. So if you do me a huge favor, just click on the link, go ahead to Amazon, pick up the Kindle version for just 99 cents. That'd be greatly appreciated. And while you're doing this, while you're down there clicking and liking and sharing, go ahead and click, like, and share this particular live cast with all of your people in your social media. Tweet it out to all your followers. Let's bring in the crowd. Let's bring in some people and bring in some love for Winnie. Okay, so my second book is by another friend of mine, Mario Ficini. Now it's actually one of his clients. Strategies in doing that is helping them become a best-selling author. So Mario is helping his client Manola Webster launching her new book today as well, called Wealth Building for the Entrepreneur, which I feel is definitely needed in today's society because most people go throughout their entire lives and never understand anything about money, capitalism, finance, or the economy. Now, education is subject specific. These subjects are not taught in the vast majority of schools, especially from kindergarten to grade 12. Actually, someone can even get several advanced college degrees, up to and including a doctorate. And if they don't take these types of courses as electives or part of their curriculum for a career in the financial industry, then they can be in the same financial educational literacy level as someone who did not even graduate from high school. Now, something needs to change. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and, as mentioned, we're going to put the link for this book as well, but please help my friends out, help them build their authority by getting a copy of their book for 99 cents. And we're going to share those links with you just a little bit in the show. So again, The information to get the book will be posted in the comments below. And as I'm talking about comments, make sure you like, share, and comment on this video, and let us know if you have any questions for Winnie during the show as we get rolling here. And just make sure you show your love and support.